2/3 of US drivers don't trust auto repair shops. That's 63%, according to the American Automobile Association. As someone in the industry, I've seen how mechanics take advantage of people who don't fully understand their cars. They use overpriced services, unnecessary repairs, and sneaky upsells to drain your wallet. Today, I'm exposing 13 common scams mechanics use and how to spot and avoid them. And make sure you stick around, because at the end, I'll share one simple rule to make sure you never fall for a scam again. Let's dive in. Scam number 1, the urgent fluid flush. Ever heard this? Your coolant looks terrible. It needs a flush now. Here's the truth. Most fluids last 50,000 to 100,000 miles, but shops often push flushes way earlier, sometimes at just 30,000 miles. Why? Because it's easy money for them. The Car Care Council says many drivers fall for this. They'll show you a dirty sample, but it might not even be from your car. Always ask for proof. A simple test strip or lab report can show if your fluid is actually bad. No proof? Walk away. And don't let them scare you with words like sludge or contamination. Most fluids are designed to last. If your car's manual says you're good for another 20,000 miles, trust it, not the mechanic's upsell. Remember, a flush might cost $100 to $300, but skipping an unnecessary one saves you cash and keeps your car running just fine. Don't let fear drain your wallet. Scam number 2, the mystery check engine light. This little light terrifies drivers, and mechanics know it. They'll say, it's serious, could cost $1,000 plus to fix. But here's the truth. The EPA says 10% of check engine lights are triggered by minor issues, like a loose gas cap. The problem? Most of us don't know how to read the codes. That's where they get you. They throw around terms like oxygen sensor failure or catalytic converter issue to make it sound complicated, but you don't need to be an expert. Here's a simple fix. Buy a $20 OBD2 scanner. I've linked one in the description below. Plug it into your car's port, usually under the steering wheel, and it'll give you the exact code. Google it, and you'll know if it's a big deal or just a quick fix. For example, code P0455. Loose or faulty gas cap. Tighten it or replace it for $15. Code P0171. System too lean. Often a dirty air filter or small vacuum leak. Code P0420. Catalytic converter efficiency below threshold. Sometimes just a bad oxygen sensor. Scam number 3. Unnecessary air filter replacements. Mechanics love this one. They'll pull out a filter caked with dirt and dead bugs and say, look how bad yours is. But wait, is that your filter? Or one they keep in the back to scare customers? Here's the kicker. Most air filters last 15,000 to 30,000 miles. Unless you're driving through a dust storm daily, yours is probably fine. The Car Care Council says 1 in 4 drivers get tricked into replacing theirs too early. Want to shut this down? Pop the hood yourself. The air filter's right here. If it looks like this, tell them to stop the nonsense. Is it dirty? Buy a filter online and swap it in 30 seconds. Pro tip, snap a photo of your filter before the inspection. Catch them red-handed if they try the swap. Scam number 4, upselling synthetic oil. You bring your car in, and suddenly the mechanic insists your car needs synthetic oil. It's better for the engine. Sounds convincing, right? But here's what they're not telling you. 75% of cars run perfectly fine on conventional oil, according to Consumer Reports. Synthetic oil is great for high-performance engines or extreme temperatures, but if your owner's manual doesn't specifically require it, you're wasting money. Synthetic costs twice as much as conventional. And guess what? Your car won't run any better or last longer just because you paid extra. Mechanics push synthetic because it's pure profit for them. They'll say things like, it reduces wear, or your engine's noisy without it. But unless you're driving a sports car or towing heavy loads, stick with what your manual recommends. Still unsure? Check your oil cap or manual. If it says 5W30 conventional or similar, that's your answer. And don't fall for the upgrade pitch during routine changes. Save your cash for repairs that actually matter. Scam number 5, the brake pad scare. Ever been told your brake pads are dangerously thin or at 10% life? This scare tactic works because brakes feel urgent, but mechanics often exaggerate to rush you into replacements. Brake pads don't need replacing until they're worn down to 3mm thickness. Most shops, though, will push it at 5mm or higher. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says pads below 3mm risk damaging rotors, but above that, you're safe. Here's what to do. Ask to see the measurement. An honest mechanic will show you with a caliper or gauge. If they refuse or say, "Trust me," red flags should fly. Check your owner's manual too. Many cars have wear indicators that squeak when pads are actually low, and never let them fix brakes without your approval. One customer told me a shop replaced his pads and rotors for $400, only to learn later they were still at 4mm. Don't let fear override logic. Tip: brake jobs are pricey. Always get a second opinion if they claim it's urgent. A $50 inspection elsewhere could save you hundreds. But if you're eventually going to replace them all at once, go ahead. It's inevitable. Yes, it might feel like a bit of a hit, but at least you did it after avoiding a scam. Scam number 6. Fake factory-only parts. They'll say, you need factory parts. Aftermarket ones will void your warranty. But that's a myth. Let's clear this up. OEM parts, original equipment manufacturer, are made by the company that supplied your car's maker. They're identical to what your car came with. But here's the problem. Dealers charge 2 to 3 times more for them. An $80 aftermarket alternator becomes $200 just because it has the car brand's logo. The National Automotive Parts Association did a study. 89% of aftermarket parts perform just as well as OEM, and they're 30 to 50% cheaper, unless your warranty explicitly requires OEM parts, like some Mercedes or high-end cars, which is rare. You're throwing money away. For example, a Honda Civic oxygen sensor costs $250 for OEM and $75 aftermarket. Both pass emissions tests. Both last year's. The difference? Your mechanic's profit margin. Always ask, is there a quality aftermarket option? And check your warranty paperwork. It likely says genuine or equivalent. Don't let them upsell you on brand names. Scam number 7. Overcharging for simple fixes. This scam is all about laziness. Yours, not theirs. Mechanics know most drivers won't Google how to replace a cabin air filter, so they charge $150 for a 5-minute job. Let's peel back the curtain. Replacing this filter takes zero skill. Open the glove box, pop out the old one, and slide in the new one. Done. Yet, shops bill 30+ minutes of labor because they assume you'll never YouTube it. Here's the math. A cabin air filter costs $10 to $20 online. Mechanics mark it up to $50, then add $100 labor. Total scam. Same with wiper blades. A 2-minute swap they'll charge $80 for. The fix? Search your car's make plus cabin air filter DIY on YouTube. You'll find tutorials showing every step. Save the labor cash for something that actually requires expertise. Scam number 8. The phantom repair. This one's infuriating. You pay for a new fuel pump or transmission flush, only to later discover it never happened. The Federal Trade Commission reports that $20 billion is lost yearly to auto repair fraud, and phantom repairs are a huge chunk of that. How does it work? They'll claim they replaced a part or performed a service, but your car never actually got it. A friend of mine paid $600 for a timing belt replacement, only to find out, after a second inspection, that the original cracked belt was still there. Protect yourself. Always ask to see the old parts they removed. No leftovers? Red flag. Request before and after photos of the repair. Any reputable shop will provide them. If they refuse, take your business elsewhere. Check your invoice closely. Look for vague terms like adjusted components or system service. Demand specifics. If they can't detail the work, dispute the charge. Your bank or credit card company will back you up. Scam number 9. Your warranty is void lie. Dealerships love this one. They'll say, if you don't get your oil changed here, your warranty is void. Or, using aftermarket parts cancels your coverage. That's a lie. Let's set the record straight. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act protects you. It says, Manufacturers can't void your warranty just because you used an independent shop or non-OEM parts. As long as the work is done properly and meets the manufacturer's standards, your warranty stays intact. For example, if you change your oil at a local shop using quality filters and fluids, your powertrain warranty can't be canceled. The same goes for brakes, tires, or even major repairs. Dealers might try to scare you, but they're banking on you not knowing your rights. Always keep receipts and records of maintenance. If a dealer denies a warranty claim unfairly, file a complaint with the FTC. They've cracked down on this scam before, and they'll do it again. Scam number 10, blinker fluid and other fake products. This one's so absurd, it's almost funny, until you realize people actually fall for it. Yes, some shops still joke about blinker fluid or muffler bearings, but others take it further, selling fake or overpriced products to unsuspecting drivers. For example, premium windshield washer fluid. Dealers charge $50 for a gallon, claiming it's special formula. In reality, it's the same fluid you buy at any store. Or fuel injector cleaner. Some shops push it as a miracle fix, but most modern fuels already have additives that do the same job. Then there's the classic headlight restoration kit scam. They'll charge $100+ to restore your cloudy headlights, but a $10 kit from the auto store works just as well. Or worse, they'll sell you entirely unnecessary products like AC recharge kits when your system just needs a simple fix. The bottom line? If it sounds too good or too silly to be true, it probably is. Always research products before buying, and don't let them upsell you on things your car doesn't need. Pro tip, if a mechanic mentions blinker fluid, walk out. They're either joking or scamming. Scam number 11, the shock strut upsell. Here's a classic. Your shocks or struts are shot. They need replacing. But how do they know? Often, it's just because your car hit a certain mileage. That's not how it works. Shocks and struts don't wear out based on miles alone. They fail due to driving conditions, potholes, rough roads, or heavy loads. Most last 50,000 to 100,000 miles, but some go even longer. Here's how to test them. Press down firmly on each corner of your car. If it bounces more than twice after you let go, then your shocks or struts might need attention. If it settles quickly, they're fine. Mechanics often push replacements at 60,000 miles, claiming it's preventative. But unless you're noticing a rough ride, poor handling, or uneven tire wear, don't fall for it. A full strut replacement can cost $1,000 plus, so always get a second opinion, and don't let them scare you with phrases like safety hazard. If your car drives smoothly and handles well, you're likely fine. Scam number 12, inflated labor hours. Ever get a bill that says 3 hours of labor for a job that took 30 minutes? That's this scam. Shops often charge based on book time, a standardized estimate of how long a repair should take. But experienced mechanics can do it faster, and you still pay the full amount. For example, replacing an alternator might have a book time of 2 hours. A skilled mechanic could finish in 1, but you're billed for 2. That extra hour? Pure profit for them. Here's how to fight back. Check labor rates on sites like RepairPal or Your Mechanic. They show fair prices for your car's make and model. If the shop's quote is way higher, ask why. Also, ask for a breakdown of labor costs. If they can't explain how they arrived at 3 hours for a simple brake job, walk away. Always get a written estimate before approving work. If the final bill exceeds it by more than 10%, you can dispute the charges. Scam number 13, the free inspection trap. Who doesn't love the word free? That's why this scam works so well. Shops lure you in with a free inspection, only to hit you with a long list of urgent repairs. AA found that 22% of free inspections lead to unnecessary fixes. Here's how it plays out. They'll say, your suspension is shot, or your belts are about to break. But often, these problems are exaggerated or completely made up. For example, a shop might claim your serpentine belt is cracking and needs immediate replacement. In reality, minor surface cracks are normal and don't affect performance. Or they'll say your suspension is worn out when it's just fine. The fix? Never approve repairs on the spot. Say, I'll think about it, and get a second opinion. A trustworthy mechanic will confirm if the work is truly needed. And don't fall for the limited time offer pressure. Repairs aren't emergencies unless your car is unsafe to drive. Take your time, do your research, and don't let free cost you hundreds. Here's my #1 rule to never get scammed. Always get a second opinion. If a mechanic says you need a repair, ask for proof, photos of the issue or the old parts they removed. Then, check reviews on BBB or Yelp. Shops with shady tactics crumble under accountability. And that's it. 13 mechanic scams everyone falls for. If this video saved you money, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our tips. Want to learn more? Click the link below to watch our next video. Car secrets. Only the most experienced drivers know.